Muletrain!
It is time now for the Muletrain News program on this Friday, February the 17th, 2017, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Dewani Sharma is a 7th grader at Watson Junior High and the winner of the Muleshoe Independent School District Spelling Bee held this morning on Friday at the Administration Building. The runner-up is Kalana Burdell. And Dewani Sharma will now go on to compete in the Regional Spelling Bee hosted by the Lubbock Avalanche Journal on March the 4th at the Lubbock Memorial Civic Center. Good luck to you, Dewani Sharma, and congratulations. Also, the welcome this morning was given by the Muleshoe ISD Assistant Superintendent, Dana Heathington. The pronouncer was Leanne Gallman, and the judges were Aaron Boatman and Laura Mora. You can see on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, the entire competition that was held on Friday morning. And also on our Twitter, rotating here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, and on our Facebook, Gil Lamb. Graveside services for Violet Dean, 96 of Denton, a longtime resident of Muleshoe, will be at 10 Saturday morning in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Lunch will be provided by the First Baptist Church members at Leal's for 14 family members. Dr. Stacy Connor, her pastor of the First Baptist Church, will officiate at the service. Violet Dean died on Wednesday in Denton. She was born April the 3rd, 1920 in Hollis, Oklahoma, to George Daniel and Dolly Mae Kane Denton. She married Kenyon Dean in Levelland October the 10th, 1940. Violet moved from Muleshoe, her home of many years, to Denton to be near her son and family in 1998. She had worked here in Muleshoe for 5 Area Telephone Cooperative for 30 years. She was an avid Texas Tech Red Raider fan and was very fond of her hometown, Muleshoe. Violet Dean was preceded in death by her husband Kenyon, who died here in Muleshoe in 1982, and also her parents, Mr. and Ms. George Daniel Denton. Survivors are her son Leland Dean and his wife Louise of Denton, 3 grandchildren, 13 great-grandchildren, and 4 great-great-grandchildren. In lieu of flowers, the family suggests memorials be sent to the First Baptist Church of Denton Building Fund, 1100 Malone Street in Denton. That zip is 76201. You can go online to send condolences to the family of Violet Dean at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, the graveside funeral services for Violet Dean, 96 of Denton, formerly of Muleshoe, will be Saturday morning at 10 in the Muleshoe Memorial Park with her pastor, Dr. Stacy Connor, officiating. Violet Dean died on Wednesday in Denton. Lunch will be served by the First Baptist Church at Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant here in Muleshoe for 14 family members. Rita Thomas, 83 of Martin, the sister of Kathy Wilson, Diane Brown, and Stanley Wilson, all of Muleshoe, died in Martin on Wednesday. The funeral services for Rita Thomas will be at 3 Saturday afternoon at the East Side Church of Christ in Martin, with Joey Pierce officiating. Burial will follow in the Enoch Cemetery under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Martin. Rita was born on January the 6th, 1933, in Crowell to Bay and Gladys Wilson, who formerly lived here in Muleshoe. She married Pete Thomas in Clovis on April the 29th, 1954. Rita had lived in Martin since 1959. She was a homemaker and a member of the East Side Church of Christ, where her funeral will be held Saturday afternoon. She also taught Bible school there. She was a member of the Garden Club, the Home Demonstration Club, and the New Mexico Children's Home Ladies Associates. Rita was preceded in death by her son Arthur, who died in 1985. Her parents, Bay and Gladys Wilson, who lived here in Muleshoe, and also her brother, Gordon Wilson, of course, of Muleshoe, and Neil Wilson. Rita Thomas is survived by her husband, Pete, her son, Steve Thomas, and his wife, Robin of Levelland, her 4 sisters, Diane Brown and Kathy Wilson, both of Muleshoe, Nelda Jo Teeter of Lubbock, Jan Furr of Amarillo. Stanley Wilson, a brother, lives here in Muleshoe, and his wife, Pat. And also there are other brothers, Roger Wilson of Lehman, North Dakota, and Mickey Wilson and his wife, Jan, of Amarillo. Her sister-in-law is Marilyn Wilson Nichols of Muleshoe. 3 grandchildren, Andy Thomas and his wife, Gina, Jamie, and also Ben Thomas, and 2 great-grandchildren, Colby and Callan Thomas. The family suggests memorials be sent to the New Mexico Children's Home, 1356 New Mexico 236, and that's in Portales. And the zip is 88130, or to your favorite charity. And you can go to online condolences to send your sympathy messages at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, Rita Thomas, 83 of Martin, died Wednesday in Martin, and the funeral services will be held at 3 Saturday afternoon in the East Side Church of Christ of Martin. And she was the sister of Kathy Wilson, Diane Brown, and Stanley Wilson, all of Muleshoe. Please remember these families in your prayers. The high in Muleshoe on Thursday was 65. The low was 24. And on Friday morning at 7 o'clock, it was 30 degrees officially here in Muleshoe. And now 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 area, whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world. Security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company 5 area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 area 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe, a DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Well, warm day on tap here in the Muleshoe area with a sunny afternoon, high around 71 degrees today on Friday for Muleshoe. West-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, becoming north-northwest in the afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight, low around 36. Northwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Mostly sunny on Saturday to begin the weekend. High again around 71 degrees. Northwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming south-southeast in the afternoon hours. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 43. Southeast winds around 10 miles per hour. Sunday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, high around 66 degrees. Southeast winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, becoming south-southwest in the afternoon, mostly cloudy. Sunday night, low around 39. On Monday, Washington's birthday, sunny, high near 66 degrees. West winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, becoming north in the afternoon, mostly clear. Monday night, low around 36. Tuesday, sunny, high around 71 degrees, mostly clear. Tuesday night, low around 37. And repeating our forecast for today on Friday, sunny, high near 71 degrees. West-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, partly cloudy tonight, low around 36. Mostly sunny on Saturday, high around 71. Calm winds in the afternoon, partly cloudy. Saturday night, low around 43. Then Sunday, mostly cloudy, high around 66. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday afternoon. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, low around 39. 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Brett Clements, 35 years of age, a Muleshoe High School graduate of 2000, died at his home in Lubbock on Tuesday. Funeral services for Brett Allen Clements will be held here in Muleshoe at 11 o'clock Saturday morning, February the 25th, at the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, with Dale Griswold of Muleshoe officiating. Brett Clements was born September the 30th, 1981, here in Muleshoe to Delmer and Patricia Ann Pettyjohn Clements. Brett graduated from Muleshoe High School, as I said, in 2000, and then went to the University of Texas at Arlington, but moved back to Lubbock and graduated from Texas Tech University. He was a member of Sigma Chi fraternity there at Tech. Brett was always passionate about Texas history and his family. He is preceded in death by his father, Delmer Clements, who worked out at Toke Station, and his sister, Tisha Clements. Brett Clements is survived by his mother, Pat Clements, his 2 sisters, Shanna Chapman and Casey Clements, all of Lubbock, his niece, Shay Chapman, his nephew, Dustin Clements, and his great-nephew, Kason Castillo. The family asks that memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels Incorporated, 300 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe, 79347. An online sympathy message can be sent to the Clements family at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. The services will be under the arrangement of Ellis. And repeating, Brett Clements was 35 years of age, a Muleshoe High School graduate who lived in Lubbock when he died on Tuesday there in Lubbock. The funeral services will be held here in Muleshoe at 11 Saturday morning, February the 25th, at the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, with Dale Griswold officiating. Please remember all of the Clements family in your prayers. The Muleshoe Mules won last night to secure a playoff position for postseason play by beating Slayton 57-49. Congratulations to the Muleshoe Mules boys basketball team. It was a very exciting game. And now the Mules will be playing again. The Mules will play Dimmitt tonight, Friday, at 7 o'clock at Shallowater High School Gym. The tickets will be $4 for adults and $2 for students. District passes are accepted. If we win this game, we will play third in the district. And good luck to the Muleshoe Mules, and go out and be sure and back them. And stay tuned, because we have a request from the Parkview Nursing Care Center residents.
Leo's, the best place to get fajitas, burritos, salads, and grilled cheese. They also have the best seasoning ever. So go to Leo's Mexican Food Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The best Mexican food ever.
This edition of the Muletrain News is being brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where you can show your school spirit now with the First Bank MasterCard debit cards available for the Muleshoe Mules, Dimmitt Bobcats, or Bovina Mustangs. Today, go by 202 South 1st Street, 806-272-4515, right here in Muleshoe. Show your team spirit and earn cash for your school every time you swipe your card with the First Bank School Spirit MasterCard debit card, available for the Muleshoe Mules today. The First Bank is member FDIC.
It's a winter clearance sale at BK Boutique in Clovis, New Mexico, located at 200 East 21st Street. And it's going on right now, 30 to 60% off on the very latest of ladies' fashions in gorgeous colors and styles. Also, get 30% off on selected jewelry at BK Boutique's winter clearance sale, 300 East 21st Street in Clovis, New Mexico. They're open 10 in the morning until 5 in the evening, Tuesday through Friday, and they're closed on every Monday. Also, their Saturday hours are 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, and that is New Mexico time, of course. It's the winter clearance sale now going on at BK Boutique in Clovis, New Mexico, 200 East 21st Street. Get 30 to 60% off on all their latest of fashions for the ladies in your home, and get 30% off on selected jewelry too. Call BK Boutique at 575-762-1848. Today, Friday, is the last day to file for a place on the ballot in the Muleshoe City Council election, Muleshoe Area Hospital District election, and the Muleshoe School Board election. You file at City Hall until 5 o'clock on Friday, and this will be for all three of those entities where you file at City Hall. The last candidates to file are for the Muleshoe Area Hospital District Board, District 4, Dana Rasco, and on the Muleshoe City Council, District 4, Gary Parker. Others who have already filed on the Muleshoe School Board, there will be an election for the first time in quite some time, because District 3 has two candidates, Todd Shipman and Kurt Miller. District 2, Curtis Preston, incumbent, and Carol Precure, incumbent. And then there is a special election to fill an unexpired term of Jared Lee, and that is called an at-large position on the Muleshoe School Board. And Ashley Turnbow, who's been filling out that for Jared Lee, will now be on the ballot. However, I don't think that you will find those names on the ballot except in District 3, Todd Shipman and Kurt Miller. They're the only ones who have opponents as of Friday morning. Muleshoe Area Hospital District general election. District 2, Alan Smyer incumbent, and as I said earlier, Dana Rasco has now filed for District 4, and she's an incumbent. The City Council, Earl Barons filed for District 3, and District 4, as I said, Gary Parker. Now, there's another special election to fill an unexpired term in District 2, as Austin Bammert is moving. And Friday, today, is at 5 o'clock, the last time you can file at the City Hall here in Muleshoe for the May 6 elections in the city, the Muleshoe Area Hospital District, and the Muleshoe Independent School District elections. Now, the Muleshoe City Council will be meeting in special session on Friday, today, at 5:15 at the City Council chambers of City Hall. And they will receive a petition for local option to legalize the legal sale of all alcoholic beverages, including mixed drinks, and order such elections if applicable. Now, that means that they could serve mixed drinks and beverages of alcohol in our local restaurants if this would pass, and also in bars. The residents of the Parkview Nursing Care Center enjoy sitting in the activity room and watching the birds that come to the several bird feeders that are located in the backyard. Phyllis Angeli, a resident there at the Parkview, came up with the idea that it would be so much more fun if the residents had binoculars so they could see up close the birds. So if you have a pair of binoculars that you're not using and would donate them to the residents at the Parkview Nursing Care Center, call Joy Stansel at 806-272-7578, and if she needs to, she would certainly come by and pick them up, or you can take them to the Parkview Nursing Care Center to Joy Stansel. I know you will see a most interesting interview we finally got to make with our 2016 Mrs. Santa, Irma Leal. Irma had dental surgery back around Christmas, and she is just now back in wonderful condition. And we're so glad to visit her in her home and present her gifts from the Dinner Bell Cafe and also K&K Pharmacy as our 2016 Mrs. Santa, Irma Leal. And I know you will enjoy the history of Leal's that she tells about on that interview we made. The softball tournament for the Lady Mules continues Friday and Saturday both in Lubbock. The Muleshoe Mules baseball team will play at Abernathy Saturday afternoon at 2. And there is also, for Muleshoe High School students, a band, solo, and ensemble contest. All friends of Mary Nell Bleeker are invited to help her celebrate her 90th birthday on today, Friday, and that is from 2 to 4 at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center. Please, no gifts. Your attendance will be a precious gift for Mary Nell Bleeker. Her actual birthday is not until February the 27th. Letty Tovar, principal at Dillman Elementary School, reminds you that they will have their annual second grade PE program on next week, Thursday, February 23rd at 6 o'clock at the Watson Junior High School gym. In our bargain basement, we have for sale Hitachi TV 55-inch HD. Call 806-272-4622 here in Muleshoe and ask for Pat. If she is not home, please leave a message on her answering machine. Want to hire someone to shred 15 acres of weeds? They are located 2 miles north of Muleshoe. Call Kathy Strickland, 806-272-4886. And still we have not heard anything about the short-haired border collie, missing for now several weeks. It's 2 years old and a female. Name is Dee, and there is a reward offered. Mike Hunt said that he and his wife had only had the dog for 2 days when she got loose and she got out of her collar. Call 806-407-8330. For sale, a Westlow 360 C5 treadmill. Originally priced at $300, they're asking $50. It's very clean. Call 806-272-4126 or see Doyle King at 1820 West Avenue B. For sale, a lot to park either a mobile home on or a travel trailer. Call 806-566-9993. We'll be back with more Muletrain news. Please stay tuned.
Muleshoe State Bank and AIM Bank are merging, bringing many exciting opportunities to the Muleshoe, Lasbuddy, and Farwell areas. AIM Bank will bring technology enhancements and increased lending capabilities while keeping all the same smiling faces you're used to in the Farwell and Muleshoe locations. The merger is expected to be completed during the second quarter of 2017. Muleshoe State Bank and Farwell Banking Center will join AIM Bank's 16 full-service locations in the Panhandle, South Plains, Permian Basin, and Big Country regions of Texas, combined with an ATM network of more than 750 Stripes convenience store locations in Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. AIM Bank and Muleshoe State Bank have a commitment to supporting local communities and their local customers. Muleshoe State Bank and AIM Bank, where a handshake still means something, both member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The Muleshoe Area Medical Center has 3 new nurse practitioners, Christy Lee, Leonaria, and Janice Soto, to serve you and help you feel better. You can call to make an appointment with Christy Lee or Leonaria at 806-272-7544. That's the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, which is located inside of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center at 708 South 1st Street. Janice Soto works with Dr. Bruce Purdy across the street from the hospital at the Family Medical Clinic. There are 3 new nurse practitioners, Christy Lee, Leonaria, and Janice Soto, now working with the Muleshoe Area Medical Center.
The Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce and Agriculture 2017 banquet will be held Saturday, March the 4th at 6:30 p.m. at the Muleshoe High School, featuring guest speaker Clint Bruce. He's a U.S. Naval Academy graduate, Navy Football Hall of Fame, former NFL player, and former member of Navy SEAL Team 5. He's also an entrepreneur. You can get your tickets today for this great beef Wellington and shrimp meal as well at the Chamber office. Call 806-272-4248 or go by Tuesday through Thursdays when Casey Morris is there, or go by and see Casey Coker at City Hall, Chris Phillips at United, Basil Nash, Steve Friskup at the Cowboy Fellowship, Craig Black at Granddaddy, Sarah Santos at Lasting Impressions, or Scott Miller at Bailey County Farm Bureau. They're all the board members of the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce. Again, the 2017 Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce and Ag banquet will be Saturday, March the 4th here in Muleshoe at the MHS Commons area in Carey Moore Auditorium, beginning at 6:30 p.m. with featuring guest speaker Clint Bruce. They'll serve beef Wellington and shrimp meal. Everyone is invited. Again, call 806-272-4248 to get your tickets today.
According to Pete Christie, Littlefield has hired longtime assistant coach Brent Green as their new head football coach at Littlefield High School, and he has been at the school for 22 years. He, of course, is replacing Brian Huseman, who is retiring. Congratulations to these young students in the Muleshoe area who have been selected to go on the Government in Action Youth Tour, courtesy of the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association this summer. They are from Muleshoe High School, Briley Bill, and Briley is a senior at MHS. Natalia Guerrera Nicholas, also a senior at Farwell High School, and Ashley Scott, a senior at Lasbuddy High School. Miguel Lucas, a senior at MHS, was named as the alternate should none of these or any of these students not be able to attend. Please remember on your prayer list the family of Orville Clevenger, 87 of Lubbock, formerly of the Spring Lake Earth community. He was the father of Mike Clevenger, formerly of Muleshoe. Funeral services were held on Friday morning in the Earth United Methodist Church. And Orville Clevenger died Sunday, February the 12th, in Lubbock. And he was almost all of his life a Spring Lake Earth community resident. He also is survived by his wife Lorene, as well as his son Mike Clevenger and his wife Chris of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe. 2 daughters, 2 sisters, 1 brother, also 5 grandchildren, including Mandy Helton and her husband Jason, and Cassidy Duran and her husband David. And of course, Cassidy and Mandy both graduated from Muleshoe High School. Also, there are 10 great-grandchildren. The family asks memorials be sent to the Earth United Methodist Church or to the Earth EMS. Please remember all of the family of Orville Clevenger, formerly of the Spring Lake Earth community. Also remember the family of Anna B. Lane of the Stegall community. Remember Wynn Cantrell and her family. She is a new resident at the Running Water Draw Care Center in Olton. And of course, her parents are Rowena and Jinx Myers of Muleshoe, and her daughter is Angela Hall, also here in Muleshoe. Remember Mary Nell Bleeker and Barbara Blackman, Louis Wayne and Wanda Schaefer, Maureen and Robert Hooten, also Pat Nichols of Lubbock, who fell recently at the Raider Ranch where she lives in Lubbock and broke her hip, but she formerly lived here, and she is the mother of Belinda Head of Muleshoe. Elaine Phillips, who has moved to Kansas to be near her son. And the Sam Bradleys, remember the family of Gary Watkins, 49, of Clovis, a Muleshoe High School graduate of 1985. Tommy and Charles Bratcher, Olin and Nola Clements, Eric and Angela Hall, Corlin and Jean Paul Jarman, Jeff J., all need to be in our prayers. Remember the family of Juan Pablo Morales Jr., Bob Alexander, and he was the father of Julie Cage of Muleshoe, and Jackie Burris, 71, a lifelong resident of Muleshoe, who died on February the 9th. Marie Garner, who's home from the hospital in Lubbock. Cassie Schaefer of Colorado Springs, who has cancer, and she is undergoing chemotherapy now. Francis Del Toro, a fairly new resident of the Parkview Nursing Care Center. Ruby and Cleo Ward, Patricia and David Patricia and David Smith, Lavinia and Lloyd Garlington. And remember Hilma Rojas of Muleshoe, who had hip replacement surgery and is in rehab in Olton. Doyle and Leela Sue King, Bob and Nina Landers, Laurinette Mason, Landon Nichols, Mary Ellen Robertson, Maxine and Clinton Rogers, Doris Scott. It was good to see Doris out earlier this week. Dorothy Turner, Brian Taylor, Glenn Watkins of Plainview, formerly of Muleshoe. Remember all of our servicemen and women and their families, please. Dorothy Sorley and Gabby Stone.
Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as find it free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. We'll visit the apple capital of Texas in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
And The Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 77 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. They're owned by the members they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online, bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle, all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Love Creek Orchard in Medina covers 28 acres.
About half of that is orchard. About a third of that is apples. We're also the largest propagators of the big-tooth maple in the state of Texas. So if people go through our orchard and they see all these other trees and they wonder what's that, well, it's maple trees.
Brian Hootzler and his wife Stacy bought the orchard 11 years ago.
The main crop that we grow here are galas, and our gala apples grow a little bit smaller and they're a little paler than what you normally see at the store. And we call them Lone Star Little Sugars. The thing about our little climate here is our apples can stay on the tree a little bit longer and they get a lot more sun. They come out a little bit sweeter than other people's apples. But we've also got Jonathans, Fuji's, Jonna Gold, Goldina, and a few other varieties that we're experimenting with.
Before buying the orchard, Brian had worked for a number of companies in big cities.
I've always wanted to do something else other than living in the big cities and working for big companies. And I ended up in Dallas, and that's where I met the lady who became my wife. And this came up for sale, and so we hopped on it.
He says growing apples is a lot of work.
We joke about this is our retirement. We are agriculture and tourism, so we're at the mercy of the weather. So on a great year, we think we're doing awesome and we're successful. And then another year will come by and the weather won't play so nice. And then we wonder, what are we doing?
The apples are harvested in the summer.
People call us all the time in October. They want to pick apples. We are very far south here in Texas. So our apple season is actually in July and going into August a little bit. So if you want to come pick apples, you need to call us in June to see what the crop is going to look like. Plus, people can check our website, lovecreekorchards.com.
They have a store and cafe.
We've got our 5-pound apple pies. They've been written up in several magazines. They've been voted best apple pie in the state of Texas. A lot of apple jellies and jams. We make all that stuff there in the store, apple turnovers and strudels. We only serve one type of ice cream, apple ice cream. It's our own proprietary recipe. We sell gallons of it every single day.
Several people from San Antonio and Austin go to Medina for what they call a pie run.
It's a reason to hop on your motorcycle and drive out here. We love it when car clubs come out, and especially the classic car clubs.
Brian Hootsler of Love Creek Orchards in Medina. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.